Hello, Mavis. So, what's up? Could you move your knees a little bit? That's it. I don't want to sit on your bad leg. Noni asks, what's up with you?
I don't feel very good.
Is it your stomach? Is it your head? Is it your back?
Stomach.
Hmm.
But, as you say, I've got to pop off soon, so I'm going to find something wrong with me.
Yeah, well, I mean, none of us are 100%.
No.
I've ordered a lunch for you.
Oh, well, that's nice.
They're going to bring you up a tray of their choice, basically. They started asking me what you wanted, and I said, well, I'm pretty sure that Mavis will pretty much eat whatever you bring her, or not eat, depending on how she feels. But I think I spoke to Juanita, maybe, the girl downstairs.
Juanita?
Or maybe not, maybe I've got the names mixed up. I know that there's 2 Nicoles and there's a couple of Juanitas in your life. Heavens, yeah, heavens above. So I'm going to give you your tea and your pills.
Okay.
And did you want me to make a little bowl of cereal for you like normal, or?
Yes, that would be good.
You might have to sit yourself up a little bit to eat it.
Yes, I'm feeling kind of full up to here.
You're feeling a little full?
Yes, so maybe I will follow the syrup.
Just the tea and the pills then?
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Good for you. Good for you. Well, you know, I'm going to go off and be pretty busy today, but I think Noni's going to be at home most of the day.
How did you do with your running yesterday?
Oh, yes. I was telling you that I was going to run for 10 miles yesterday. It went very well.
Oh, good.
I chose a pretty flat place to run. I ran along the Lochside Trail and the Galloping Goose.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cycle path, so it's flat.
Yeah.
And I ran out for 5 miles, and then I turned around and came back the same way.
Oh. What's that around your neck?
It's my phone.
The phone, oh.
I keep it in a little pouch.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to sort out your breakfast and stuff, and just don't let me forget it, all right? I just don't want to drop it in the sink, if you know what I mean. Did you listen to the news already on the radio?
No, I didn't.
No?
Couldn't seem to find it.
What?
It's one of those, doesn't do anything unless you press that, and then a whole lot of things come up. Then it changes numbers.
Oh, yeah. Now that's more to do with settings.
Yeah. But still, if it changes numbers, it's very annoying. You think it's 7:30 and it's 8:30 or whatever.
Full custody, and then the judge said to me, you made the right choice. And there was National Weather Service says temperatures in Phoenix on Sunday and Monday will be close to 120 degrees. In Los Angeles, air quality regulators are allowing the city's largest utility to burn diesel fuel at 3 of its power plants.
I'm just going to put the
Daniel
tea
Carson
on.
reports it's to avoid potential power outages.
More than a dozen power plants in the region rely on natural gas to generate electricity, but a blown-out gas well at the Aliso Canyon storage field shut down the facility. So utility officials say switching to diesel can fill the gap. But the head of Consumer Watchdog says Southern California has 3 other natural gas reserves, more than enough to keep the air conditioners running.
A well-known medical group says it's no longer accepting money from the European Union and its member countries. Lisa Schlein reports.
Doctors Without Borders is protesting an EU-Turkey agreement that prevents refugees from leaving Turkey in smugglers' boats over the Aegean Sea into Greece. It believes this essentially cuts off the ability of people fleeing war and persecution from seeking asylum in Europe.
I'm Dave Mattingly, NPR News in Washington.
In about 10 minutes, you'll get a Northwest News update here on Northwest Public Radio. Last year, Lyle Zimmerman was attacked in London by a man with a bread knife.
That guy, with his violent state of mind, if he'd had access to firearms...
You know what? I think I've tuned into the American radio station. I think I've tuned into an American radio.
Yeah.
The mass killing in Orlando has prompted him to
They're
share
very
his
close
story.
to each other.
You'll hear it
Yeah.
at 7:33.
early enough in the morning and listening to our show, you'll hear Khalil reading the marine weather forecast a few minutes before 6 o'clock every morning. And a few times this week, the marine weather has included a term we don't hear very often: water spouts. What is a water spout? Well, according to Wikipedia, it's an intense columnar vortex, usually appearing as a funnel-shaped cloud that occurs over a body of water. And to find out more about water spouts, I visited UVic and met Edward Weed,
Do you know
a
where
research
your
associate at the School of Earth
water
and Ocean
glasses are?
Sciences, who showed me a water spout
You had
demonstration.
some water glasses, I can't find them anymore.
But it doesn't really simulate a
Maybe they took them
tornado.
away when they did the
It's more of
housekeeping.
what the water spout or dust does.
Typical.
It's sort of vortex in the atmosphere.
And what is a water spout? Because I suspect, a lot of people will know, a lot of sailors, but others won't.
Well, a water spout looks a lot like a tornado, and it's basically, in many ways, it's the same idea. It's a spinning column of air that's being stretched vertically. So you imagine everyone's seen a little spinning swirl of leaves or dust on the ground. If you imagine that's happening on a larger scale, but then it's also happening with rising warm air, then the spinning mass of air gets stretched vertically, and it's like a figure skating.
I'll bring you some more water in a minute.
They spin faster and faster and faster. So we say it's about conservation of
I don't have to do all that, do I?
in physics speak.
No, this has all been done.
Spin have this property that the spinning that's
I read it, I don't have
has
it.
to stay the same. So if you move the mass closer to the center of the spin, it spins faster, like a figure skater, or like the merry-go-round that we had when we were kids, which isn't so common anymore. When you were outside at the edge, it was slow, but if you moved to the center, it would speed up. And I'll turn it on. So in the bottom, okay, so let me describe it. It's a box with clear plastic sides. It's tall, about 1.5 meters tall and 50 centimeters wide. And at the bottom there's a little vessel with water, and inside there is a little device to make mist, cloud droplets.
Creaminess and mayonnaise stuff in it. So I try and stay away from that usually.
Well, you know, and that's a good point. A lot of times pasta salads are really heavy with the mayonnaise, but this one, we've gone in a much healthier direction. What we're using is the creamed up avocados to get all that great creamy, rich flavor and texture.
Right, well, it sounds like we should just go and check out these sides of 50 Foods.
Yeah, maybe get a picnic.
Can we get a picnic?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, man, this is going to be good.
Not all gasoline is created equal. This is why Co-op is proud to offer a gasoline that optimizes your fuel economy, protects your engine, improves your vehicle's performance, and reduces harmful emissions with our top-tier certified gasoline. You can be confident that Co-op's gasoline meets leading automakers' recommendations, providing your engine with a premium level of protection. All grades of Co-op gasoline are top-tier certified at all Co-op locations, so fuel up at your local Co-op today. Co-op top-tier gasoline, engineered to move you.
Good morning. Welcome to Tim Hortons. Can I take your order?
Morning, ma'am. Can you tell me what's in...
I have trouble with your radio there. I don't know how to turn it off. Let me see if I've got my reading glasses here.
Well, it's a very, very old one.
This is
Before your time.
It is a very old one. Okay, well, we'll turn the volume up again, just so I can see if I can turn it off.
From June 16th to 22nd at Roman Home and Garden, fly box of
Well,
ceramic tiles in stock.
this is the...
That's the volume control.
Yes, well, if you turn the volume right down, then it's off.
Dare to dream with today's Lotto Max jackpot. It's an estimated $55 million. With an estimated 4 max.
When I say I don't feel good, I'm not expecting you people to run around and look after me. I'm just meaning that I'm not going to get up and run around and look after anybody else.
Well, no, we're not expecting you to look after us, Mavis. It's just...
But I certainly don't expect you to look after me, but of course you do.
Well, you know, we have to try and make sure that at least you get some food and some your regular medication. There.
Yeah.
Wash down the last bit from your mouth there.
That's what?
You probably still have a pill in your mouth.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, well, wash it down with a bit more water, and I'll bring you your tea.
Okay.
All right? And we'll leave the Americans with no volume, because they're starting to sell us stuff. Tim Hortons was on there just now. I didn't think they had ads on
Well,
I didn't think they had ads on NPR. Maybe I should try and find the CBC for you.
CBC shit, it's always just about there.
Alright.
The right kind of uplift conditions to pull this swirling column of air up.
Yeah, and the didn't strike us as very common. We're not used to seeing them in the marine weather forecast. And
That is them.
This week, what might be behind that?
Well, when you have, in spring especially, you have this...
There's your Tylenol for later if you need it. You don't have to take it now, okay?
Vertical structure.
I'll just give you some more water.
As you go up, and if that is poised in just the right way, then adding the energy from the sun can make like a feedback loop that increases this vertical motion. And the upper atmosphere is...
You're going to learn all about the weather system now.
Smooth. We might be called laminar flow.
And your tea is next.
The air sort of gets friction.
My key, what?
I'm going to give you your tea now.
It ends up having a lot of
Oh, I
turbulent
thought you
swirling
said key.
No. Your key, I don't know if it showed up yet.
Turbulent swirling motions to vertical motion, you can get a swirling eddy in the atmosphere that gets stretched up and makes the water spout or dust out. So we have to see the same thing.
You were just starting to crawl, and then when I came back, you were already walking and...
Alright, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
A very difficult question. I was hoping to talk about the things with you when you grow up, but yes, what...
CBC's always just around there somewhere.
When I came back, your mom and I were going through a divorce, and I didn't have anywhere to live anymore.
That could be it, but who knows what they're talking about now. Anyway, Mavis, you've got your tea.
Yep, thank you.
And they'll be bringing up a tray for your lunch.
Okay, thank you very much.
I love you.
You'd
be good, all right?
Work so hard for me.
Well, in a way, I've got sort of like a day off today, because normally I'd have to get you dressed and help you get downstairs for breakfast.
Oh, there's anything.
Well, there's your tea, all right?
Thank you very much.
I've got my phone, so everything's good.
Good. Okay.
I will see you.
Yep.
And if you need anything, call Noni, all right?
Okay.
Bye-bye.